Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name is Ash, and today I'm going to be doing a review of Blue Fire on the Xbox consoles. Now, this was originally released onto the store on the 9th of the 7th, 2021, developed by Robi Studios, R-O-B-I, and published by Graffiti Games. Now, they were kind enough to send me a copy of this to do this video, so big thank you to them for that. Now, Blue Fire is a cool little game. I quite enjoyed this. I wasn't sure what I was going to get when I went into it, but the story is a dark world awaits. Travel through the perished world of Penumbra to explore unique areas filled with diverse enemies, sharp 3D platforming challenges, quests, collectibles, and more. So basically, you have to explore mystical temples, encounter survivors, and take on strange quests to collect valuable items. Along your adventure, slash your way through daunting adversaries, roam across mysterious and abandoned regions, leap through deadly traps, and ultimately master the art of movement. So this game is like a mix of a whole host of sort of cool games. So it definitely reminds me of like Zelda. Specifically Wind Waker. I don't know if that was just the art style on it, but it definitely gave me a very big Zelda vibe on it. It definitely feels like a Souls-like game, and it's got sort of the platforming sections in there as well. So when you first start the game, you're not super powerful or anything like that. You just starting out, and the area you're in is pretty blocked off, locked down, so you have to slowly progress through different areas, basically. But as you play more of the game, the world sort of opens up and becomes a lot more sort of free roam, sort of open world, which is really nice as well. Now, I did play this on Xbox Series X, and this game is playable on Xbox One and Xbox Series X via backwards compatibility, and it does have Xbox One X enhancements including 4K resolution and 60 FPS. Now, as you progress through the game, you go into these sort of dungeon areas, and some of them are just sort of collectible platforming sections like that's on the screen at the moment. You're basically running around collecting all the items in an area, lots of platforming sections to get to the end. Outside of them, there are enemies to fight, treasure chests to find, obviously to unlock collectibles and stuff like that. And these are basically the one that we're in now is they're classed as like the Void, and they're basically sort of parkour, sort of challenge maps, basically. Now, as you progress through the game, you'll also improve and upgrade your abilities. So you basically eventually unlock all these extra upgrades to your character, and you basically become like a walking tank. It makes you faster, you can jump higher, you can do more damage and stuff like that. So you can sort of go back through to get collectibles you've missed with a lot more ease than when you start the original game. Because there were some sections in the game I could see stuff above me, and I'm like, how the hell do I get up there? I don't seem to be able to get there in my current state. But eventually you can go back and get them, which is really cool as well. Now, I have seen some people have compared this to Hollow Knight, but I've never played Hollow Knight. But for those who have, this may be something that interests you. And like I say, it handles really well. The gameplay is really solid. The controls work really well. I love like the platforming mechanics. I wasn't expecting to be as like on point as they are. You jump and you've just got a lot of control, which is really, really nice. There's a lot of sort of things you can do in this game, which like it sort of takes the best from like previous sort of staples of the genre and puts them all together, which I thought was really cool. So you get to sort of have really cool combat as well. I think the combat's really like smooth. So a lot of, and the combat to me feels very much like Zelda. Sort of blocking, dodging, attacking, sort of rotating around your enemies and stuff like that. It's got a cool world and sort of a backstory that sort of gets explained, like what's happening, why you're there, who the extra characters are and stuff like that as you progress, which is really cool. And like I say, the void sections for the platforming, they seem like very trialsy, which I really like. Like, oh, you've got to do this, get through it, and stuff like that, to get to the end of them. And I quite like those sections. I think they were my favourite sections. I'm not gonna lie, I do like a good platformer, so a cool sort of platforming section is always a bonus to me. Now, the game, like I say, it does get slightly repetitive as you progress, and I feel like the last sort of quarter of the game is its weakest. It's still an enjoyable game. I just think it just has a little drop in the sort of quality. But like I say, it's still a really good game for what it is, and I highly recommend people play it, especially if you're into those sort of games. Now, it's priced at the grand total of £16.74. And like I say, it all depends on exactly what sort of game you're looking for. So if you like the sort of Zelda-esque games, but with the extra platforming, I think it's a lot more faster paced than Zelda as well, but it definitely has that feel to it. So check it out. Like I say, it's available right now. I said the only downside I would say is towards the end of the game, it is more. It doesn't feel like you're going anywhere new. You just seem to retread a lot of what you've been doing, so you just sort of it's just a bit repetitive, unfortunately. But like I say, once you start to sort of progress, get your upgrades, expand on your sort of abilities, the game really comes into its own, and it gets really, really fun. But that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below to let us know what you think of this game. And we'll see you soon for more content, guys. Bye for now.